have EntertheCronic's rabbit hole. And Julie, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request and for bringing something new down the rabbit hole. This band's name is DARZAMAT, and the song today is The Burning Times.
Thank you so much, Julie, for bringing DARZAMAT down the rabbit hole for the very first time.
Julie, thank you so much for keeping up with your theme of the witches for your requests. And you actually wrote something down for this song, and you usually don't, so I wanted everyone to know what you said about it. This is kind of an old song. It's about the Inquisition era and all of the evil the church committed in the name of God. This happened probably because they feared women, and when humans are afraid, we just go through the same old violent pattern.
Yep.
Let's have some fun on this one.
Julie, thank you so much for that write-up. That has gotten me so excited to get into DARZAMAT, The Burning Times. If you guys are as excited to be here as I am with this brand new band coming down the rabbit hole, remember to like this video, comment down below if you are true fans of DARZAMAT, tell us what your favorite album or song from this band is, and subscribe to this channel if you are new so that you never miss a new video coming down the rabbit hole.
We're watching a show called Outlander right now, and it kind of goes between time zones in the world. No, not time zone, but
time frames.
And they go back to the times where a lot of these witches were being burned. So that's pretty rough that actually was a real thing going on. So I like what you said, Julie, that maybe it's just because we were starting to fear what the woman's what an educated woman was and all that. So I can respect that interpretation, and I'm very excited to see this band for the first time because we don't know anything about them and which genre or anything they're going to be. We just know it's about witches.
Yes.
Alright, this is heavy thrashy. Glad it slowed down a bit because that was really hectic. I must admit that was a lot to take in for a first listen, wasn't that? Or what? It
was quite hectic. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
But I also thought it was correct chaos for what was being said.
Nice.
Because they were going like under fire, execution, and just kind of hitting those like individual words at that moment back and forth between the growl and the clean, which I thought was going very well.
Nice.
And the keyboard in there is like insane. I don't know if you saw like the keyboard was the keyboardist was literally like.
No, I didn't see that part.
Oh, it was insane, and you can kind of hear it going in the background with that thrashiness. So I thought it was really good, but it is a lot on first listen when you're not used to this band.
Definitely. All right.
Definitely the correct spot to slow down.
Yes. the muttons. God, this is sick. Oh my gosh. That's so intense. I don't know what's up with a lot of people's fascination with burning things, because
Yeah.
like, to be honest, like we just read in Christmas time of how many churches got burnt down themselves. So like I think
Yeah.
since this Inquisition and then all the burnings that they did, a lot of people want to manifest their karma as them getting burned. And we even watched the Outlander where someone got burned for not baptizing one of the kids. So like
Yeah.
burning happened in many different ways than just witches getting burned.
Absolutely.
Like this has been something that's happening forever. We focus a lot on the witches because the story behind it seems so
Yeah.
it's such a fantasy, but like it actually did happen and these people believe these people were actually doing the stuff. So it's pretty interesting because it makes you think, like, if they committed this far, they did believe in something. Because when we watched in the
Yeah.
Outlanders, when they killed the guy who was supposed to baptize their kid, they believed there was a blessing in that baptism, even if they
Absolutely.
didn't understand it.
And the guy was like, no, well, I can't do it. It's like, well, no one will know. Like, you could just say some words, no one will understand it. And it's like, but I will know. So, like, the faith is so strong that he was willing to be burned alive for it. And then also with the burning of the witches, regardless if women were witches or not, people believed them to be witches so strongly that they burned them alive and committed these murders.
Because they believed, I guess, using the earth to make potions or like healing properties was the magic that was bad in their mind.
And all it boiled down to was a fear of Satan. It was a fear of the devil. It was a fear of demon possession. So like if you were a witch, you were possessed by a demon, you were getting satanic knowledge and things like that. And so any woman who basically had a brain and or stood up or spoke out and didn't fall in line or pissed off another woman or a man would be accused of being a witch.
Right.
If you didn't follow in or follow orders that were placed out. And there were so many reasons why women were being burned. It wasn't just like the accusation was of the witch, and that was so terrifying that accusation alone was enough to cause people to go through with their belief into committing murder, and it was scary.
Yeah, it was so scary that the intro was like intense for me, where like you're a lot more calm with that type of stuff. Where for me, it's like, whoa, that was like too chaotic for me, and I want to listen to it again because it came so fast.
Absolutely.
But we were already like a minute in. I didn't want to redo the whole minute. But I know for me, I would want to listen to this song again, so I wasn't so abruptly hit at the beginning. But that is probably what they're trying to get across. And even the light show itself was mixed into that. Why it was intense for me, and I really respect bands that can perform with all these light shows and stuff too, where I can get so distracted by it, yet they're just performing like nothing's happening. That's magic for me.
Absolutely it is. I thought the light show in the music video was too much myself. I thought it was really cool for like their dancing and the visuals of what they were doing, but I thought like the music was so chaotic itself, like you were saying, it was a chaotic intro.
Yeah.
And I think they stopped it at the correct time, because if they went through that even for another 20-30 seconds more, it would have pushed it too far.
It wouldn't have captured me, I can promise you. It wouldn't have.
Absolutely.
And it did, luckily, once they dropped it.
Once they dropped it and went to that slower tone, that was able to be more like accepted. I'm not sure what the exact word I'm trying to say, but like when they did that transition, it was at the perfect spot for that transition.
Absolutely.
But I think the light show, for me, it was hard to look at.
It sure was.
Especially as a reaction video, because you're trying to listen to as much of the music and the lyrics and what's happening, and between the two vocalists going back and forth, and then the light show, it was a lot of chaos that was happening. And I think that was what they were meaning to do in the video, to show the chaos of these times when these women were being accused of being a witch and burned. And I like that they also showed that there was a man who was hung, because there were also men who were burned and hung as witches, but it was so minimal in comparison.
Yeah.
And then they had this lyric in there that was like, witch trials, fire, torture, gender, execution, was what they were going back and forth saying.
Yeah.
And it's really cool that they were bringing that up, because it is, with the amount of women in comparison, because it was very directed, that were burned, it did feel like a gender execution at that time.
Absolutely, right?
Right? So
and that's why I really want to know where DARZAMAT is from, and like they probably are from Europe, if I had to guess, or something like that. And if they're from America, then wow.
Yeah.
But that's at least the vibe I'm getting. So please let us know all about them, how long they've been around, and go support them if you did like what you heard, and go check out their channel, give them a subscribe, and definitely hit the subscribe button on your way out from our rabbit hole if you want to be part of our family moving into 2024. Very excited for the new year, and thank you so much, Julie, for this amazing request. We are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, Julie. This was an amazing request. Very hard, very heavy, like you said it was going to be. And what an interesting band to get into. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.
Thank you so much for making it all the way to the very end of the video. And if you have not yet done this, here's an easy way to subscribe to our channel. And if you want to subscribe to the artist that you just heard, here's an easy way to do that as well.
And if you are also interested in finding a video that you might like, just click here. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care. Bye for now.